Hello everyone, my name is Shelley Calhoun-Jones and I'm a Principal Technologist at Cohesity. Today I'm going to show you the new warm tier enhancement with Fort Knox and Azure. If you're new to Fort Knox, it's a complete data isolation solution that lets you keep an immutable copy of your data until you need it. This service uses a technique called cyber vaulting, which organizations use to retain, recover, and protect their data against ransomware. In many cases, ransomware targets backup environments because the attacker expects their victims to not have a valid and complete backup so that they pay the ransom. We're currently viewing the Fort Knox dashboard, which conveniently displays all of your stored data in one place, including your cloud vaults. In this particular example, we can see multiple cloud vaults located in different regions, all from a centralized perspective. Now let's go ahead and create a new cloud vault for this environment. I'm in the process of creating a new cloud vault. The cloud provider that I've chosen will be Microsoft Azure, and our vault is going to be in the Iowa region. The storage class that I'm selecting is warm, and the encryption option is Cohesity Managed KMS. Now that our new Cloud Vault is set up, let's go ahead and take a look at Quorum and understand how this operates. If you're not familiar with Quorum, it's an authorization framework that ensures a quorum of approvers will approve sensitive operations. It works just like a safety deposit box that you see in banks. It requires both your key and another from the bank to function. Thus, any significant modifications require authorization from at least 2 people to ensure the safety of your data. But to revisit our safety deposit example, we need a quorum to approve our request. But if you're managing a multi-cloud environment, you may have different approvers depending on the platform. So just note that you do always have the ability to create more using the create group option, but let's take a look at our tag admins quorum group to see how it's configured. In this example, we can see 3 distinct sections for our quorum group. The group details defines the name of the group and the systems that it protects. The operations section enables you to set permissions for the operations that you want to allow. And we can also see that there's an approver section which specifies our individuals who have authority to approve these requests. Although it's important to note that the more approvers that you have, the more that are going to be required to sign off on the request. And so in this example, we can see that we have 4 members in the approvers group. For production environments, the number of approvers should be based off of the security requirements of your organization. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the All Requests tab, which will show us any recent requests. In this example, we can see that we have both pending and approved requests. So you can see that we've received some requests from updating a quorum group. We've also had some activity from performing recoveries, and we can see whether or not the decision was approved or denied, or even still pending. Let's switch to the protection view so we can take a look at some recent activity. The protection view gives us a timeline of recent vault operations. So this could be the backup of virtual machines. We can see the corresponding protection policy, and you can use this information to verify that you're meeting your SLAs. If for any reason we see protection activity where we're not meeting our SLAs, that could be an indicator that we need to go in and take a look at our protection policies. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at an example of a protection policy. Now, in Cohesity FortKnox, a policy is a collection of customizable configurations, which allow us to determine the protection, replication, and vaulting of objects. In fact, you can create multiple protection policies to match your various use cases. To illustrate how this works, let's add vault protection. In this example, I'll choose the Cohesity cluster and click Continue. And for the protection policy, we'll keep it gold, and I'll show you this policy in just a moment. Now we're currently looking at the screen that displays the cloud vault to which the data is archived. It also displays the time interval and the data retention settings. Now, with the data lock feature, what it does is it guarantees the security of your backups and the vaulted data by preventing any unauthorized tampering or deletion. As everything appears to be in order, we can proceed by clicking on Add. All right, well, let's go ahead and take a look at the gold protection policy. Now you can observe that this is where the vault protection obtains its settings. You can also see some other configuration options such as the backup schedule, the extended retention settings, and retry options. Let's go ahead and cancel this action, and then we'll return back to the Fort Knox dashboard. So let's imagine that we need to perform a VM recovery. In this case, we can explore the recovery process within Cohesity FortKnox. So let me go ahead and click on Recover. We'll select Virtual Machines. I'll go to VMs. All right, and so we're going to choose our security cluster. And let's go ahead and just select. And I'm actually going to go ahead and do a wildcard search. So I'm just typing in asterisk, and you can see that we do have a couple different options that we can choose from, but for this example, I am going to go ahead and choose SCJ Protect, and we're going to edit here. I'm going to choose my brand new Cloud Vault, which you can see right here. So we'll just click on Select Recovery Point. And do keep in mind that although I am choosing an individual VM, you could select a group of virtual machines, even maybe a pool of virtual machines, which is part of a multi-tier application. But for the sake of this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and click on Recover Options. And so you'll notice that with the recovery options, we have the ability to either select the original location or a brand new location. So I'm going to go ahead and select New Location for testing purposes, and we're going to go ahead and choose this particular vCenter instance. So let me go ahead and select some of these other options here. And then also, just to make sure that we know that this is a test recovery that we're doing, I'm going to go ahead and update the prefix here. And we'll call this test. And then we'll just click on Recover. And so we have our notification showing that it's been submitted for Quorum approval. And this completes the demonstration. We took a look at some new enhancements in Fort Knox. We created a new Cloud Vault. We took a look at a protection policy and went through the process of recovering a VM from a Cloud Vault. Thank you for watching.